It's running. I don't know why it went off.
I don't know either.
Unless your batteries are low.
I put some new ones in, but this is our first time recording this, so we're going to do some mistakes. All right, we're still on page 2-5, and let's think of 8 of our known authors in the New Testament. You want to...
Matthew, Mark, Luke, John.
All right, so there's our first 4, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Paul. We need 2 more, or 3 more. How about...
Was Timothy a writer? Or was that just a book?
That was Paul writing to Timothy.
Yeah.
Okay, we have Peter, James.
Titus.
Okay, they're not going to even list Titus at this one, but Jude. Jude is one of our tiniest books, Jude. But yeah, Titus would be another one that wrote to him.
Matthew,
Yeah.
Mark, Luke, John,
And Jude
Paul.
just before Revelations. That's what.
Jude is almost like a passing book. Yep.
What were the other 2? I got Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Paul, and Jude.
Peter. Did you put Paul down?
Yeah. And James. James.
James, yep.
I was trying to think of them right.
Okay, well, let's go over a few things. That really concludes what this lesson was, is the beginnings of our second level. Brenda, did you get everything? I noticed that you responded. How's Jerry's legs? He said that he didn't know if he could get the steps today.
Done better, but we didn't get to bed till like 2 o'clock this morning.
Why?
Well, we had 3 kids over there, and none of them wanted to go to sleep. And Misty and her sister was over there keeping Jerry up. And we had to go back and pick them all up after.
Okay, well, I'm going to give you a copy of this.
Instead of just picking up grandma, I'll pick them all up.
Okay, well, I'm going to give you a copy there. This is what we were working on before you came in. This is the background on what we're studying this week. You and Roger already got a jump on the logs for this week. Now,
I did it with Kayleen, so she saw what we were doing.
well, that's great. She would have come
And
with
I
you.
read the verse to her and asked her about it.
Now, that's what we're going to be doing from now on, is finishing a sentence. So finish it the way you feel that it speaks to you. But what you have there is the commentary. If you were reading a study Bible, this would tell you what is the purpose of chapter 3. And we do know it's a letter from Paul to his friend Timothy. Timothy he looked at as like a son. So he wanted to talk to him as a son. Now this I already sent to Roger, but I wanted to give this to you. This is what you're going to get next week on the scripture that we are learning. Please do not get really excited about the scriptures being longer. They are going to be longer, but we're going to do similar to what we did last time anyway. But if you notice this, and I'm not sure if Roger looked at his verse that I sent him or not. Did you look at it yet? Okay, well, we'll pass one of these down to you too.
I can't get on Facebook right now.
Okay, well that's fine. This scripture is exactly what you received too. This scripture, I eliminated action words. So if you were to look up your verse there, and it's going to say, and I have this printed up right now. I used the Living Bible this time, so I think some of these might go by Living Bible because it's a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
So if you are using a different version, that is fine. But it says all scripture is inspired. So you'll see words like that will be gone. And is useful to teach us. So you'll see words like that you're going to see action words that are missing. But they'll be listed down below and give you clues on how to fill them out. So that's what's missing in these.
So you remove the verbs.
Verbs, but you'll see words like make, is, but it's more words like inspire, what is true, what we can realize, equip. But and they'll make really a lot of sense. Roger asked for all the memory verses throughout the year, this section. If you want that sent to you, I can send it also.
Okay.
But this is what we will have, and you have a copy of this on Facebook too.
Yes.
And that goes for anybody else that's going to be listening to our recording here. If you want a copy of the scripture that we're going to fill out, and if you're going to send it in by Facebook or either by email, you'll get a blank copy of this. And Roger, since you already have this, if you want to do that instead of Sunday morning, feel free to do that. Now, if you cannot fill in the blanks, list down below in the order. So what I might do, Roger, is send you again, just the way we're going to do it.
Okay.
So you'll have the words if you want.
Are you gonna, what's the recording gonna be on?
It's going to be, what do you mean?
Is it gonna be on Tube or is it gonna be on,
Yeah, it's going to be on YouTube.
okay.
I think it'd be easier if people send us email, but if you prefer just to use from Facebook, we'll work with it
I can
too.
email it, it doesn't matter to me.
I think email you'll be able to fill in the blank itself, but if you want to list down below, this is the order. You know, we can work with this, no big deal. No big deal. And so that is one thing I want to make sure we go over. Brenda, starting next week, we're going to be working on music up here at 10 o'clock with the children, so we need to start right at 9:15. So if we already started when you come in, just come on in. That's fine. I just don't want you to feel that we went on ahead.
I'm not gonna worry about them, I just got myself ready.
Absolutely. I don't want
I
you to
ain't gonna
feel,
argue with 4 kids.
don't want you to feel that.
We
Just,
got Haley, Travis, Grandma, and Dad.
all right, now this is,
4 kids.
I need to mark Miss Brenda here. Now, this is also something for you to think about. They would like us to finish before Thanksgiving. And what I was looking at, we'll finish around Halloween weekend. Then they're asking that we'll go ahead and start with 3. I thought when we get closer to the end of 2, let's see how we are. And then we'll decide if we want to go on with 3 that soon, or do you want to wait till after Christmas. So at that point, we'll decide as we get towards the end if we'd like to finish that up. Okay? So if somebody's asking you what are we going to do with 3, we'll discuss it as we get along. Okay, were there any questions? None? All right, don't forget today's the picnic. And there are a lot of activities going on, so don't forget to make yourself some time to come and enjoy. Were there any prayer requests?
Pray for Steve's mom. I think she came home from the hospital, but she went in for her biopsy on her lung, cancer in her lung. And when she was coming out, she was doing okay until she started coming out of it, and then one of her lungs collapsed. And I guess they got it stable now. And if she was able, they were talking about her maybe coming home last night, or late yesterday. I'm not sure. I don't think she's home yet, because when Jerry talked to Steve last night, I don't think she was home.
Steve, your son?
No, Steve is the guy that